Same as I did for we're getting it going. We're getting it ready. One more second. Right. Still can't get it right, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I'm demonetized anyway, so we might as well just let it play for a second so I can get right. Man, yeah. I'm almost ready. Alright, Bigfoot World. What's going on, Bigfoot World? Another Friday night live, guys. I'm a little bit late, a lot late, but it wouldn't be a Friday if I wasn't late, guys. Let's get it started. I'm getting comfortable, guys. It's been a hell of a day, hell of a week, man. It's been a hell of a year. But what's going on, everybody, man? First day first. I need a thumbs up. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? What's up? That's cool, Judy. It's good to see that you even showed up to say what's going on. What's going on, Mom? Minnesota's in the house. What it do? What it do? I'm wearing my birth control. Oh, damn. Don't tell nobody. That shit ain't work, man. It didn't work at all. Pussyfoot's in the house. But I apologize for this week, guys. It's been one of them weeks. It really has, man. Freaking car back in the shop for 2 days, right in the middle of the snowstorm. I was stuck, man. No way to work. It's like, what do I do? But we got through this shit. We still got a ton of snow out there. It was impossible to make it up the mountain. The roads was just too bad. They barely could plow down at the foot of the mountain all alone up there. So there was no way of me even getting up there if I wanted to. Even if my Jeep was fixed, there was no way for me to make it up there. Damn, 6 kids, you sound like me. You definitely sound like me. You got 1 or 2 inches in Minnesota. It'd been nice if that's all we got. We got it bad. What made it bad was it rained like the whole day. It rained, and then that night the snow hit, and then everything just froze over, and then the snow laid on top of it. It's been bad, man. It was bad. And then we had to drive to work in that shit. It was a nightmare. It scared the shit out of me. At work, we had like the record call loss that day when the storm first hit. There was half the building was gone. It was a nightmare. It's just been a hell of a week ever since the storm hit. But we got through that shit. They finally got the roads plowed to where I can get out. So I'm packed and ready. I'm not jinxing myself, knock on wood. I'm going to try to go up there and check out for some tracks, see what's going on up there, see what's going to happen, man. I want to get back out there. I'm going stir crazy out there, not being able to hit the woods. I need to get out there and just unwind, see what's going on, what changed. And it's a perfect time to check for tracks right now. Put it in the 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I got good 4-wheel drive, but the thing is, up there in the mountain, it's about a foot of snow, 1.5 foot, 18 inches of snow. And my Jeep, man, there's one part of this dirt, the old creek bed that goes downhill, and there's right going down at the bottom, there's a big boulder that showed up there mysteriously that you got to like guide around, and there's a sharp right turn at the bottom with a cliff on the other side. So that's the only thing that got me a little nervous, but I'm going to film going in on this trip because just in case something happens, just in case I slide down over that embankment, that'll at least make a good video, even though I smash up my Jeep. But guys, did you see that Ohio Power video? Even though it was a failure, that video was funny as shit, Jeff going across that bridge. I didn't realize how much he was scared of heights until he started out there. It took me like half hour, 40 minutes to even get him started on that road, not even on that bridge, not alone to get him to cross it. And then he looked like he was flying away once he got out there. That shit was funny. Hard to run snowmobiles and that. It's some nasty wet shit too. Mr. Big Three Toes is going to be out. I want to check that place, and I want to check Bigfoot Land because I've always found tracks up in Bigfoot Land this time of year. I definitely want to get out there and check for tracks. But I'm just scared to get down in that ravine and can't get back out with my Jeep in that snow. But it's the same time I want to get out there and play in it. I'm getting out there, guys. If my shit gets stranded in the woods and I got to walk out, then whatever. I have worse luck. But I'm going to give it a try in the morning. You only seen Pet scared of heights. Jeffrey was so scared, man. He looked like he was trying to fly across there. He flapping his arms, but he felt that gravity pull every time he looked over to the side and see down over. It was like 3,500 foot drop right there. It's a high drop. So as soon as you look down, you can feel the gravity pull in your legs. It's scary. It is scary. But if you can get a chance to experience Ohio Pile, definitely get up there and check out that forest, man. It's a beautiful place with the river running down through it. That make a good video. But did you see the waterfall? That green mossy waterfall that we ran into? It is a beautiful place. It's peaceful. Then the smell of the moss and the wind blowing, it's undescribable. You have to experience that for yourself. But there ain't too much going on other than that. For the most part, I've just been working a lot of overtime hours getting through this peak, man. This peak at FedEx we're getting it. And then on top of the storm, we're behind on everything, the call offs. We just can't get up. We can't get caught up. But we'll get it. We'll definitely get it. Right, Kathy? That waterfall was beautiful. I didn't want to leave it. I sat there for a while. I did not want to leave it. And then at the end, you see where we was up on that rock overlooking the river. It was like we was on top of it. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. When did I get glasses? When I couldn't see the little tiny numbers on my paperwork. I'm looking at the staff and like, oh, I'm screwed. It was all blurred. Like, I can't tell nobody. It got to the point where I just hand people my clipboard. They're asking me where they're at. And here, man, look for yourself. I can't even see this shit. So I had to finally break down and go get some binoculars, put them on. These things are thick as shit. I didn't know I was that blind until I looked at my staffing sheet. It's like I can't tell people where they're going. I can't even see this shit. You just finished your Christmas shopping. That's what's up. Man, these holidays are here. Next week, they're here. Hope everybody has a good holiday this year, man. Even though it was a bad year, don't let it get you down through the holidays. We'll get through this BS. We always do, no matter what. So I know, and it's a hard time and a depressing time. So guys, just hang out with your family and get through the year the best way we can. It's about over. That's the best way to look at it. This year is over. And next year, I'm planning for it. I'm getting ready. And while I'm on the subject, man, I want to give a shout out to Scott Malika. He donated that $100 for the Cam 360 coming up next month. That helped out a lot, and I definitely appreciate that. I can't wait to get that camera, man. I've been dreaming about that camera. All the things that I can get away with that camera, it's going to be amazing. There's no way every angle around me will be covered. So That's gonna be. I can't wait. What's going on, Lizette? I was just catching up on you guys' comments so I don't get cussed out. You guys got a habit of cussing me out. But yeah, I'll be getting this Cam 360 next month. Alongside that, guys, I got them 3 shirts I'm gonna start pushing out next month in January. The 3 we it's been a while since I even talked about it, but it came to my point. It's time for me to go get that going, get that ready and situated and a plan in place for it. So there will be 3 shirts coming up here in January after the holiday season passes. I'm gonna go ahead and break out with the clothing line and be. It's gonna be a good year, man. 2021 is gonna be our year. We're gonna be out in them woods, man. I'm gonna hit it full time, full running. I'm ready for these woods. You asked, nobody answered. What's that, John? Let me find it. I know I ain't losing my voice already. It's only been 10 minutes. What did I get you? Probably a headache, Brian. That's good to hear, Deb. It's always good to have family come, especially when they live out of state and shit. And you don't see them very often. They just pop up on you. It's a good feeling. Lime green t-shirts. I got the designs are set. I think they're gonna be black shirts and white shirts. But once they get here, once they finally come in on that, they'll come in probably here in another week and a half. Once they come in, I'll show you guys what they're nice. The design that we picked out is nice. Have I seen any dog man? Nah, and I don't really want to come across none of them. I've seen videos and shit, and nah, I don't want nothing to do with them. But I've never come across none of them. Not trying to either. I know how it is, Jay. I know how it is, man. I got kids too. It's hard, especially when they're young, man. Especially when they're young. Thanks, Frog, man. Definitely hit that like button or the dislike. I see there's only 2 haters. My mom's one of them. I didn't even get a chance to click on it. My mom beat me to it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Danny Thomas, you're right, man. I'll be out there in the snow. I'm going out in the morning. I'm making an attempt. As soon as I get up in the morning, I'm heading for the hills. If I'm going to make it is another thing, because like I said, we got a lot of snow these last couple of days, and it's still snowing out there. But I got 4-wheel drive. But at the same time, it's an old creek bed that I got to climb down in, and it's rough and rugged. It's got a lot of ruts. It's a nightmare. I can only imagine what it's going to be like in the snow. It could be pretty fun though. At the same time, edgy. I'm gonna film it. I'll show you you guys what it's like, and it's probably gonna be beautiful at the same time. I hear you, Mom. I hear you. I have snowshoes. Now I got some good track boots though. I'm gonna dress for it. I already got all the batteries on charge, so everything's gonna be ready. Some snowshoes. I like the snow boots and all that. It's just where I walk, all these hills I gotta climb. Them heavy ass boots, they wear you down real quick, real quick. So I just the hell with it and throw on a pair of tennis shoes and start hiking it. My voice is leaving already. Yeah, right, Dean. They're all through the mountains. That's all you have is them old runoffs, the old springs. There's a lot of springs come down out of that mountain. But I know you guys, a lot of you guys don't know it. Ohiopyle is connected to the waterfall that I go to. It's about maybe 18, 20 miles back into the forest. You run into Ohiopyle State Park. So that's all connected. Like I said last week, every hunting area is connected to a reserved area to where the animals have a place to retreat to, a safe haven, pretty much. You finally getting summer weather. I'm moving in with you for a couple of weeks, Geneva. We're running into the Arctic weather up in these neck of the woods. We're screwed, man. We're screwed. They use the waterways like highways. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why you always find me just tracking the creek beds and stuff like that in that area. Hard to hump a tree with heavy boots. You got a point. You got a point. It was hard to hump that tree with tennis shoes on. I only made it like 2 feet up. I swore I was 6, 7 feet up, but I looked down after them coyotes passed. Man, I was only 2 feet off the ground. Them coyotes probably just sat there and laughed at me. In the 60s. Shit, I wish it was 60 here. It's in low 30s, low 30s, low 30s. I'm gonna get caught up on you guys' comments real quick. I don't think so. She should be on here. She messaged me today asking me if I was going live. Yeah, she on here. I don't remember seeing her, but damn, Kathy, that's cold. Here in Ohio, it's in the 20s. Snoop, you ain't that far away from PA, man. Could always hit them woods. Am I planning any camping in the mountains? Not in the snow. That's one thing you ain't gonna catch me doing is camping in that damn snow. I mean, we've been out there overnight and it started snowing on us while we was already out there, but with the snow that Pennsylvania gets, I'm not doing that shit. We really on the same note. We ain't really been getting the snow that we used to. Like on the regular days, we ain't been getting it. It's for the most part just been cold, freezing rain. But we got it this year. You're like a historian of Bigfoot, Dean. You know a lot of history, man. You definitely do all your homework. You do a lot of homework. You're always sending me ancient pictures. Richard, what are you talking about? I hope you're talking to somebody up there. Remember seeing whose butt? I don't know. It's in the 60s in Texas. It's usually like in the 80s and 90s this time of year up in Texas. It's like that the hot shit out there. Texas gets it, but when it does snow out there, it snows. Right, Dean? No stone don't turn. That's how we get it, man. That's how you gotta be this year. I'm kind of, man. I woke up late, late as hell. I didn't get a chance to get no notes. I didn't been in the woods this week, so except for the Ohio Power trip. Climate change got a lot to do with it. Lizette. You're right. Winter camping ain't that fun when you're freezing. You're in PA and you're running in and out to your barbecue grill. With the snow, you're out there cooking out in the snow. That's what's up there. I'd probably be doing the same shit if I could. Bigfoot misses, man, I miss Bigfoot. I can't wait to get out there. Jay, my most intimate Bigfoot encounter. Man, I told that story like a billion times. A billion times. I just didn't have one. There was a series of them. But what got me started on them, as you guys know, is that trip to Susquehanna and Fred's baby's mom's property out there. They got a cabin in the middle of dead center of two state forests, national forests, and it's packed with them. It's packed. The whole trip out there, we went out there and I didn't know nothing about Bigfoot. I had no idea, and we went out there for a weekend, like a quick weekend getaway, and I would get up early in the morning, and I didn't really want to wake everybody up, so I would grab my gear, my coffee, and I would go for a hike for a couple hours until everybody woke up. Well, while I was out on a hike, I walked out this long ass trail for a couple miles, and it came out into this big open, like prairie. It was on the side of a mountain, but it was like an open prairie with old wild flowers growing in it and everything. So I decided to go up through this open field and get up to the top in this wood line. And I was searching around, and I found all these pine structures. I found like, I don't know what you want to call it. It was like a house. It made out of logs, structured up. It was like a Bigfoot fort. And I said, well, that trip I didn't set him. But I left there to go wake everybody up to bring them back to show them what I found. All these structures, these tree structures and shit. As I was going back down across that prairie, I was like maybe halfway down across it, and I looked over to the far end of the field where the wood line was, and like for a split second, as I looked over, this thing came out one step into the middle of that field, and the next step was down on the bottom of the wood line, like he was coming across to come down to cut me off. That was my first sighting ever, and I've been stuck ever since. I ran back to the cabin, telling them. They thought I was crazy. Tell me to roll another one up. Told me I was stoned. But once I got him back out there, and we went up to the back up to where the structures was, and then me and Fred, hey man, we gotta go get cameras. We gotta get everything we can get our hands on, and come back up here. So we left, went home, and that's what we did. Didn't know nothing about filming, recording, or none of that shit. We went home. We got deer cams. We got cameras. Everything we could get our hands on, and went back. We went straight back. Oh wait, it was like a 5-hour trip, man. Expensive. So we went back there and set up deer cams on that little house structure we found. Cookies in there running around. And we stayed that weekend. The thing is, we didn't know shit about anything on the deer cam, I didn't have no SD cards in them. I was just running them. I put them on out there, and I turned them on, set to record, and left. Right. So I ended up coming back. There was 96 pictures on the camera's memory, but as soon as you unhook the battery, it's everything got wiped out. You lose everything. So I was when we went back up there the next day after we left the deer cam, I seen that there was 96 pictures. I was excited, so I took the deer cam and I disconnected. It was them big square. I don't know what they are, 9-volt batteries or whatever. That's what they took. So I disconnected that and put it in one backpack and put the camera in Fred's backpack so we can separate the weight of the load. And we started heading up over the mountain for the other deer cam. And that's when Fred, hey, you disconnected that camera. You might have messed up them pictures. And that's when it hit me like, yeah, man, maybe. So we went back to the cabin and everything was just wiped out. We lost it all. 96 pictures. It was a nightmare. We ended up getting shit, but we had a lot of encounters because that next night after we left the deer camp, that first night when we left the deer camp, we was back at camp behind the cabin. We had a bonfire. We was all sitting around the fire, just hanging out, having fun. And we was cooking hot dogs on a stick in the fire. And we kept hearing these sounds, these rocks flinging around, like around us in the woods, in the forest. There was only maybe a half an acre cleared out in the center of this forest to fit that cabin, and we was in no danger. We was in a danger zone. If anything would have happened, there was nobody could get to us. The road was almost impossible to get into the cabin. No signal. We couldn't call 911 if we wanted to. But it was a crazy ass adventure, and ever since that trip, I've been stuck on Sasquatch. I've been in the woods ever since, and that's been a while ago, years ago. There's a couple people I want to get out into the woods. There's this one is a non-believer and always talking shit. So I want to get him out there in the Bigfoot land and get him talking, and then show them some shit. Change their way of thinking on things out there. Right. I seen that comment. I hear you. I hear you, Dean. I mean, proof is out there. All you got to do is get out there, man, and see for yourself. That's what I tell everybody. The ones that don't believe is the ones that sit on the couch watching TV. Go see for yourself. Get off your ass and take a walk through the forest, man. Tell me what you see, because they're out there. You can see that they're out there. Just walk out there and check out what they're doing. It ain't no. It don't take a rocket scientist to see that they're tearing them woods up. They're setting them up for them. It's like they're building leaners, the X's, the arches, all that shit is not just in my neck of the woods. I see them in every video around the world. Every researcher is coming up with these same structures. They mean something. The double X's. You're right, Dean. I seen your proof. You got hours and hours and hours. You want to get somebody who believes to look at it? Well, that, hey man, send it. Hit me up on Facebook. We'll check it out. The structures are a language. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I mean, the runners on the ground. Who else would place trees through the woods, just connected, running and turning right, going up? I mean, what animals doing that? A couple 100-pound trees, dragging them around, laying them in places. The root ball up in the air, setting them up on rocks and shit. There's a lot going on out there that I just can't explain. Like in Bigfoot land, all them big, there's got to be 1,000-pound trees up there crisscrossing each other. On top of that gigantic boulder, there's a lot out there that people just can't. You look at it as like, who did that? How did that possibly happen? A tornado came and just set them there, stacked them there. I mean, what could have did that? There's a lot of shit going on out there that you just can't explain. The sounds. I had one say my name. They know my name down in the bottom in that ravine, down toward the maze. Fred was down in there, going down into that ravine, and we went in on one side, and my two uncles came in on their quads down on the other side. It was like a freak accident. They was out riding their quads, and we was out looking for Bigfoot, and we ran into each other at the bottom. So we was sitting there talking for maybe half hour, 45 minutes, just BSing. And they started, when they left, they started up the same way we came down. And I heard them going up over the top of the mountain and taking off on the old creek bed road. And as soon as they got up there to take off, down in the bottom of the ravine, I heard some, "Hey Jeff!" It screamed my name. It echoed the whole way through the woods. And Fred said, maybe it was your uncle up there. Maybe they wrecked. Maybe he fell off or something. But it didn't come from up there. It came from down there. But just to write it off and to check, I was calling him, and he didn't answer his phone because he was out on his quad flying around up there. It was crazy. But he said my name at the cave. One told me I was sick. I bent over and pulled that structure out of the ground, and it said, "You're sick." And that deep demonic voice, that shit freaked me out because it was like all around me. I heard it and I couldn't see it. It freaked me out. Right, Cassie? Tell them to take their ass to the woods. That's all the proof they need to see. When you do bombs with Bigfoot. Right, Deborah? There ain't no human doing that shit. They know your dog's name. There's intelligence there. There definitely is intelligence. I got a baby. I ain't seen that baby. I forgot about that over in the maze area. The baby and the mom and the little 4 foot, the 3 foot one. The last time I went to the maze, it was all crashed down. All the structure that was in front of it, like the big blockade that they built in front of that maze, going into the cave back there. She had that all crashed down and smashed. I think she's done with it. No, I don't. I'm not sure if she moved out over to the other side with the rest of the clan over in Bigfoot World. I don't. I'm not sure, but I think she's done with that side. I think she left the tribe and went over and had that baby, and she even took the little young one with her. But I think she took it and went over to the other side and had the baby off by herself. And now that the baby's older, she went back over. Jay, I have no idea about that, man. I mean, I understand what you're saying, where you're coming from with it, with the portals and stuff, because of the way they move and their ninja ways in the woods. But I just go by what I see out there. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of crazy shit from that big ass orb ball the size of a basketball. There's some weird shit going on out there. Into the cave and check it out. You mean the new cave? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know. The video that has Bigfoot whooping up on the doorman. Which one? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. The Bigfoots anywhere. They're big everywhere, Lee. These things are huge. These things are huge. But on another note, they're all sizes. Cause that one the last one that I seen up there on top of the waterfall, way up in, when I was up there and I came across that shelter type thing, and I came running out, and he was up in that hill. That buck was screaming. He was standing there, wouldn't let me move until that buck stopped screaming. Once the buck stopped screaming, he kind of faded back into the brush and squatted down, and I backed away from it. But he was real tall and lengthy, like skinny as shit. He wasn't big like the rest of them over in Bigfoot land. He was like 8, 9 feet, but he wasn't that wide. He wasn't that wide. Actually, I take that back because when he squatted down, seemed like he got wider. Like everything widened out as he went down. But when he was standing there, he would look like he was tall and lengthy. Bigfoot got so much human DNA because, yeah, I think along them lines too. They do look a lot like us, just like the superhuman type. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about, man. These shadows have been getting crazy. Yesterday, I looked down. Cookie was sitting right here beside me. She usually don't hang out like that. She sat right here and stared directly out that doorway. Then when I looked back in the doorway, that whole light, that whole middle panel in between the doorways, it's got lights casting from the kitchen. It blocked out. It completely shadowed out. Like someone was standing in the kitchen. It blocked that whole middle panel out there. It freaked me out. I didn't even want to get up and go check it out. The way she was acting down there, staring directly out there. Then I seen that shadow just, it's like, oh damn! I know I locked that kitchen door. There ain't nobody come in. It's it gets amping up here. It's amping up here. Today I was sitting on a commode in the bathroom, and the bathroom door like went back and forth lightly, enough to where you can sit there and notice it moving. For a couple seconds, it was doing it, and then it stopped. Like it once it noticed it, I noticed it stopped. That'd be cool shit, Faye. I definitely would. That would be cool. Sorry, guys. I was just getting caught up on you guys' comments. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it. That happened this week on the paranormal side of things. It's here. It's let me know it's here. I think one of these days here soon, I'm going to pull out all my paranormal equipment and like see what's going on, see what it wants, see who it is. You never know who it is and why it's doing what it's doing. That's like the multi questions, basic questions. What's going on without a doubt. I'm definitely going to Geneva real soon. But it's been an interesting week, man. A lot of things I can't talk about. I want to so bad. A lot of things I just can't talk about at all. But for the most part, this week has been very interesting. And it's going to be some great stories coming in the future for you guys. Some interesting stories. Like tomorrow, for example, I can't wait to get down and deep into that snowy ass ravine. It's snowing again, John. That's funny. As the shadow, what does he or she? I'm going to. I think I'm going to film it too. I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and do a paranormal video with it. See what's going on here, and see what happens. See what they say, man. You never know what you can. We'll get to the bottom of it. Wish you guys know. Hey, man, come take a trip up here. There's all the snow. There's more than enough snow. Some places up around here got 18 inches, 12 to 18 inches or some shit. We only got right here, I think I only got maybe 5, 6 inches so far, 8 inches. But going up the mountain is deep. Hey, Scotty, you guys are funny as shit. I'll try to avoid them questions. But yeah, man, you're right. Where was it? Scotty, I left that one alone. I left that one alone. The one that drinks, I left that one alone. Philly girl, she's still doing the drive-bys on me. She's here right now, actually. She's right before live. She stopped there, drive by on me, hang out, see what's up. I'm live. I hate baby mamas. You even answer the phone and say you're live and they still call right back. That's a typical baby mamas right there. Make you want to just answer and cuss them out. That's what they do best to get on your nerves. Ain't nothing you can do about it, but all right, man, whatever. Whatever. There's a reason why you're the next. There's a big reason why she's the ex. That's one of them. You're gonna have to send me a link, Renee. We'll get it checked out. Yeah, I was just watching that the other day, Dean. Northern Minnesota Sasquatch. That I just seen that on YouTube like 2 or 3 days ago. I was watching that the other night. There is a lot of interesting stuff on the Giants. Hell no, Faye. That's the last place I'm going. Australia got the littlest insect in Australia will light that ass up. Man, not alone the biggest things you guys got. You got the black mamba, the brown. I think that what's it called? He's real deadly. There's a lot of creatures out there that's crazy as shit. That's deadly. A lot. But I think I ain't gonna waste too much of you guys' time this week because it's been a long week, and I just got 3 hours of sleep tonight. I set my alarm to get up. I gotta get on Friday night. Yeah, the King Browns. You're not gonna catch me in Australia. I end up getting my ass. Even the deer fight back out there. We got deer on 4 legs. You just got kangaroos out there that would tear bulky as shits. They will come up and whoop that ass. It's like that's all they want to do is fight. Them kangaroos, they come in with attitude. I don't know what's up with it, man. Even your deer fight back. I ain't going to Australia. Hot date waiting. Next Friday is Christmas Day. Yeah, you brought up a good point, Geneva. I'm always stay on for a little bit longer. Guys, since it is Christmas next Friday, I probably won't do a live stream, but there will be videos posted up throughout from probably now until the 31st. I should have enough to cover it the rest of this month. January, guys, is when I'm going full force at it. I'm pretty much taking a break from it this month without forcefully making me take a break with everything going on. But January, I'm going full swing back out in there and everyday videos. I'm coming back, guys. I'm coming back with a vengeance, especially with this Cam 360. I can't wait. Six of the deadliest snakes in the world are the top 10. I know. That's why you'll never catch my ass out there. Thanks, Faye. You too. Definitely. Definitely. Everybody's in the outback. New Zealand. Wonder why New Zealand don't have snakes. Probably because they got smart and wiped them all out. All the poison ones anyways. But it's the ecosystem, man. Everything has got its place out there. Everything does its own thing. You too, Geneva. It's been one. You know what? Nah, I'm not going to, guys. It's Christmas. You guys enjoy it with your family. I'm not going to go live next week. But that, like I said, I will be posting up some videos in between from now until then. And I'll keep you guys posted with what's going on throughout the time. Probably the next time I go live will be the first Friday of January. Because I think the week after that would bring us into New Year's Day. And guys, it's been a hell of a year. So I plan on that day. I plan not I plan on getting it in on that day. I ain't messing around. I think I might end up in Seven Springs or someplace crazy and just get tore up. I need a break. So New Year's, I'll probably take that. These next 2 Fridays, I probably won't be going live, but I'll keep you guys updated on regular videos. And before I go, I was just thinking, man, Survivor, man. I see he changed over. I've been catching up on all his Bigfoot videos. Les Stroud, he finally changed over and went out and started looking for his own signs of Sasquatch. I've been watching him, and that's a man of the forest. He's like a pro at the forest. He can survive for a years on end out there, and it just change over automatically. Something happened to him out there to where he now knows, and now he's got that obsession like every other researcher. So that's good to have him added on to the team. That he's a good asset and he's a great tracker. So who knows what he's going to come up with? I'm definitely going to keep on following him, seeing what's next. He's definitely interesting. He's on TV. Yeah, I've been keeping up with him. He knows the woods, man. Definitely knows. He knows them woods. So if you ain't check him out, definitely check it out. Is that what he's doing, John? I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. But at the same time, man, let's see what he brings to the table. Let's long as it boots on the ground out there filming, he's bringing stuff to the table. We can experience it on our own. You know what I mean? He's putting in the footwork. All we gotta do is sit back and watch. Well, I'll be out there as well, but you know what I mean. Alaska don't have snakes either. You're right. It's too cold for him out there, but there's other things that take his place, like that damn polar bear. There's gigantic wolves. There's all kind of shit in Alaska. So either way, you're getting tore up. On how to hunt, right? But I ain't even going to touch base on that one, man. But keep your eye on the ball on that bird 777. Alaska has mosquitoes in the winter. I mean, in the snow. I never knew that. I never knew they could live in the cold like that. Yeah, I watched Scott Carpenter's. I have his book here. I have his book here. Renee, I'm definitely gonna miss you guys too. I mean, I'll still be posting videos up. It's been a long, hard month, and I know I haven't been posting that much, but there's some stuff coming. I got to get out into the woods. I'm going nuts. I need the woods. They're calling my name. I hear you, Keith. But on a good note, guys, there's some good things happening. A lot of good things did happen this week. Long parallel with some bad things, but a lot of good things happen. And next week, or not next week, but when the new year comes in, I'll tell you guys all about that shit. I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and get out of here. It's been one of them. I can't wait till this year's over with. Actually, the next time we actually do have another live stream, it will be into 2021. So it's pretty much this year's over with. Finally, finally. Hey, Dean, we're not gonna get into that one. We're not gonna get into that one. Yeah, TM, I'm going straight back to bed. I'm sitting here on 4 hours of sleep since yesterday. He's all about the money, huh? I hear you. But guys, we're gonna see what goes on the rest of this year, finish it out. I'm gonna make a couple of ventures out, see what's going on out there, see what changed, see if I can find some tracks in the snow, and post what happens. But until the new year ends, guys, you definitely have a crazy ass, wonderful Christmas. I hope everybody gets to spend it with their family. And stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, Bigfoot World. Stay tuned.